Hey guys, it is March 9th. I am 11 days into my diet. I have lost 8 pounds. So on my last video, 4 days into the diet, I had lost 10 pounds. And so I haven't lost an additional 8. I've lost 8 total, which means in the last 7 days I've gained 2 pounds. When I mentioned in the first video that I thought it might be water weight, and I think that's probably true because the diet that he has for the first 2 weeks is basically you cut out salt from your food, and that would cause you to lose a lot of that retained water mass, I believe. So I think that's what was happening because during the last 7 days I decided, you know what, unsalted vegetables taste like cardboard to me, or some of them. It's the ones I was eating, so I had to add some salt back into, like, you know, the broccoli and cauliflower and all that stuff. So I added some salt, but what I didn't add salt. I didn't start eating salted nuts. I added salt back primarily to the vegetables, because I figured if salt inspires you to eat more than you're hungry, then at least I'm eating more vegetables. And I have been eating a ton of vegetables, and they are delicious when they're cooked and salted. But I can see how a lot of people would get an initial weight loss from cutting out salt in their diet, and how that initial weight loss could be very inspiring. So maybe that's why Gundry does that, you know, kind of push you for 2 weeks, get that initial weight loss impact. I don't know. Anyways, I'm okay with having lost only 8 pounds after 11 days. That's still pretty darn good. So I'm happy with the progress, and actually I thought that if I lost 10 pounds in the first 4 days, and even if I lost another 5 or so within the 2 weeks, I think that would have been, you know, that felt excessive for what I'm trying to accomplish, because I've lost weight fast in the past. For example, I lost 36 pounds in 90 days. I think a few years ago, and that was great, you know, to show that I could do it. That was good for my own sense of you know, self-discipline and things like that, just to prove that I could do it. But I gained it back, and that's the problem. So I think on this one I'm kind of going with the mindset of the longer it takes me to lose the weight, the longer I'll sustain that goal weight, and the longer it'll take me to get it back. Maybe, we'll see. That's my theory. And also, if I go really slow at losing the weight, and I'm talking from getting from my, you know, whatever it was, 267 down to like a 220 or a 200, if it takes me a really long time, for example, if it takes me 5 years, which I don't think it'll take that long, but that's 5 years of descending weight, and that's actually a really good thing. Even if I'm not at the goal weight for 5 years, it puts me in a descending category for 5 years. So when I'm actively focused on the weight going down, that means the weight's not going up. You see, whereas if I lost, you know, 47 pounds in the next 6 months, and then I hit my goal weight and woohoo, and I celebrated or whatever, and then I just quit focusing on changing my eating habits, then I could gain it all back and more, which has happened in the past. So I think in this case my goal is slow and steady. So I'm happy that I've only lost 8 pounds in these 11 days, and so far I'm enjoying the diet because I'm actually really enjoying eating all these different vegetables. To me, I feel healthier, even if it's just even if that initial cutting out the carbs and eating the vegetables, even if it's like just what's the word I'm looking for, the placebo effect or something. even if it would actually take longer to have a real effect on my body, I still feel it, like it feels good. So I'm good. I'm happy about that. And frankly, it's a diet that I think I could, or a change in eating habits that I think I could. I think I'll be able to sustain, or at least it feels sustainable, because I'm not hungry. I'm eating as much as I want, but I'm eating tons of vegetables, and the meat portions that I've actually cut down from my normal meat portions to about half, since I'm making it up with vegetables. It feels fine. So we'll see, but so far so good. Anyways, I'm gonna do my workout that I've been doing on these, which is the push-ups, pull-ups, and air squats, just to sort of test where I'm at. And as per usual, I set out sort of a plan to get these simple push-ups and pull-ups done on a daily basis, and I have done none. I've done nothing since the last video as far as push-ups and pull-ups, but it'll be interesting to see if I've made any progress in terms of how many I can do in a row or whatever, because I haven't been doing any. But I still did yoga twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, with my wife for an hour, and it's not super intense, but it gets some core in there and some stretching and flexibility, so I like it. And I did do, it was supposed to be 2 days, but I did 1 day of kickboxing practice, which again is only we only do like stretching and then like 3 to 4 minute rounds or something like that. So it's not that much, but it is something. And aside from that, I've just been running around with my kids, carrying my 20-pound baby all around. My arms are aching, and forearms and biceps get a workout from lugging that little fella around. So it's enough for now. And then when I go back to do remote work in Alaska, then I'll have I won't have my kids to keep me busy, and I'll have a lot of downtime. So I'm sure I'll get more workouts in, and I'll be able to eat a little bit cleaner. Although I won't be able to decide as much on the specific foods I get, because we have a chow hall there. I just have to pick what's good on the diet from the chow hall and eat that. And sometimes that's a problem if it's hard to get fresh vegetables and things out there. Sometimes it's pretty limited with what you can choose to eat. But we gotta make do. So workouts will be better, food will be, I'll be able to be a little bit consistent, but in terms of not being distracted by what my kids and family's eating, but a little less fresh. So those are my limitations, but I keep going, and everything's good. So let's get some tests on our where we're at. So I'm gonna do some starting with the pools. Let me get my shirt off so you can visually see what kind of progress, if any, I'm able to make here. So, alrighty. So going for 12, and then so 12 warm-up reps, and then 20 work reps, trying to get as many as I can in a row. So I think last time I did like 8, then a 15-second pause, and then maybe 7, and then 5 or something like that. So this time I'll shoot for at least 9. Let's see if I can get that, or 10. Let's try and get as many as I can within those 20 work reps. Get those squared away, get my watch ready so I can time my 15-second break there. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's 12. Gotta get the timer going. My wrist is a little tweaky right along this this line here on my wrist. I think it's from holding my baby, to be honest. He's so dang heavy. And I just hold him for a long time. I felt some twinging in the muscles there. All right, here goes the work set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh boy. Nope, only 7. Well, so I've digressed or regressed. But again, I'm feeling this really tweakiness right here, so I don't want to push it too hard. But I also want to get that workout in, at least a little something. All right, 7. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, doing worse this week. That's all right. Alrighty. Here we go. 12, 13, 14. Oh. Whew. All right. Whew. All right. 50, 60, 70. Whew. You know, I was feeling the yoga a lot more this last couple days too, like a lot more shaky in my muscles. I wonder if it's because I'm not eating a lot less carbs. There's a lot less glycogen stored in my muscles, and I don't have the kind of muscle energy I need. Oh, I forget what I'm at. Maybe I'm at 14 here. What was it? Okay, or 15 maybe. 16, 17. Oh boy, I'm having to use my legs a lot more here. That's okay. 17. 3 more. Whew. Yeah, maybe it's maybe my muscles don't have the glycogen or something, or I just interesting. All right. 18, 19, come on baby. 20. Didn't quite touch the bar on that one, but we'll call it 20. Whew. Not very good. All right. Grab my watch here. Whew. So I'm regressing on my weight gain and my reps. double negative there. Take a couple minute break here before I do the push-ups. Anyways, that's all right though. It's a marathon, not a race, or not a sprint. Although, like I said, I've done it sprinting in the past, and that works for getting to a goal quick. So we'll see. Oh, but I think probably for first time dieters and first time exercisers, or either first time or ones that haven't been successful in the past, I think probably some of these little minor setbacks could be really discouraging. And I see why a lot of people will fail on their weight loss goals or their exercise goals when they see a little bit of regression in the trend of their weight loss or their rep range or weights that they're doing or whatever, when that starts to regress, especially if the person's been doing everything right and they still see the regression. I can see how that could be demoralizing if you haven't been through it before. I know that these regressions, I've been through it before, so I know these regressions are normal, and I'm okay with that. Also, I know that I didn't stick to the diet completely because I put salt back on the vegetables, so I know that had an effect, and I haven't been sticking to my workout. So, why should I see any progress in the rep range here? So, anyways, got the family priority, so I just got to do the best I can and steadily, slowly work towards this goal here. All right, so I rested a couple minutes. I'm gonna get my push-ups in. So 12 warm-up push-ups, and then followed by 20 work reps. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Okay. All right. 15 seconds. Hey, 10. I think that was better than last week. So maybe it's just that tweaky wrist that I was having on the pull-ups that stopped me. Whew. All right. Here we go. 11. 12. 13. 14. 50. 60. Come on, baby. 70. Okay. Whew. By the way, when I get to where I can do 20 work reps straight, that's when I'll move on to a harder form of push-ups. So, when I get 17, okay, here we go. I can do 3. Nice and slow. Okay, slow's a little bit harder. I should say, when I can get to 20 work reps that are nice and slow, then I can move on, because slow is a lot harder than fast. Okay, so I just wait a couple minutes, and then I'll do my air squats, which so far I haven't reached any kind of limit to the amount of those I can do, other than getting bored and talking your ear off while I do them. So today I'm sure it'll be no different. I noticed last time when I was doing the air squats, I sweat so much that my sweat you start to see my sweat pattern and forming. And by the end, it looked like I pissed myself because I was sweating so much. Probably happened again today, but I don't care. I'm in my living room. Whew. Alright. Whew. Okay. Yeah, it is funny, man. I see why the dad bod is a thing, man, because when you got kids, young kids, you know, especially your kids aren't in school all day, you know, so you don't get any free time to yourself. And then when you got a baby that's waking up at all hours of the night and your sleep gets ruined and you're waking up exhausted, drinking a half a pot of coffee just to open your eyes. It's tough, man. It's tough to eat clean, tough to focus on yourself at all. So I get it. I think you got a pretty good excuse if you're a dad of young kids. You got a pretty good excuse for the dad bod, man. If you're a devoted father, and that's all right. But every now and again, gotta push ourselves to get healthy and hopefully stay healthy. Like I said, since this is my last kid, maybe it's a good idea to get healthy, and by the time he's sleeping through the night, I can maintain that healthy eating and healthy exercise or whatever. Alright. There we go. Squats, air squats into oblivion. Oh, already that's a little tweaky on my knee. Alright, nice and slow then. Gotta warm up that knee. It is 4 in the morning. The only time I get any freedom to do any exercise, or especially to make a little video like this. I suppose I can fit some exercise in throughout my day with the kids, but gosh, you know, after you shower, you know, here in the Philippines, man, it's hot. Even with the aircon sometimes, you know, you sweat easily, so I like to keep that to a minimum. So I'd like to do the exercise either in the morning before I shower or in the evening after I've finished the day, so I can, before I shower again sometimes. So that way I don't have to shower multiple times a day if I get sweaty. And you know, the kids want all the attention while I'm here too. Daddy, let's draw, let's play, let's do this and that, which is a lot of fun, man. I enjoy that stuff. Glad I can do it. But you don't get to think about yourself during the day. So, whew. You know, that's one thing when I was young in my 20s and super fit. You know, I looked at those fatter older guys. I said, never. I don't understand how you can even let yourself get that fat and out of shape, man. Just couldn't understand it. Whew, I understand it now. Never judge a man till you walk in his shoes. Whew. Oh. Man, I'm glad these are easy for me, because that means I can actually do somewhat athletic stuff, you know, walking, hiking, riding a bike, because my legs are decent, have stayed in decent shape. So I can't imagine for a guy or gal that's so overweight or out of shape that even doing a little bit of leg exercise is gonna put them out of commission, or maybe they can't even walk. You know, getting started for those guys, for those people, whew, boy, that would be tough. So, shoo. I don't think I used to run when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. Even when I got heavy, I was, you know, I got to where I was 230 and had the ripped 6 to 8 pack and all the little defined oblique muscles and all that stuff. And I was, you know, hitting the gym every day, running to the gym and, you know, doing all that stuff, man. And you know, I was fine back then, but now if I try and even jog a little bit, man, my knees will hurt. So I think since I have a lifelong goal of just keeping my joints as good as I can and keeping healthy, and that way I don't think I'll ever really run again, because I don't want to have worse knees when I'm in my 50s and 60s or something like that. I have to get knee replacements. So I'm going to treat these guys pretty good as I can, not do anything crazy in that respect. I'll get my cardio in from maybe from cycling, which is lower impact, or from rowing, or from jiu-jitsu or something like that, or from kickboxing or something like that, because I don't need that jarring impact with 260 pounds on these joints, you know, one joint at a time, bam, bam, bam. Or even if I get down to 220 or 200, that's still a lot of weight on some old joints. So I think I don't see myself running or any of that anymore. That's okay. Oh, whew. Swimming. I used to swim. Maybe I'll do that when I'm older. That'd be cool if I had regular access to a swimming pool. Maybe I'll get back into swimming when I'm in my 40s or 50s or 60s even. Swimming's cool. Of course, I do got some pretty stiff shoulders, and they're pretty sore when I work those out. So I think I'd have to ease back into the swimming, not run my shoulders ragged either. But maybe it'd be good for my shoulders. Maybe it'd open them up and add to the mobility, as long as they're not all arthritic or something. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully this yoga will help open me up, open my joints up more, and yoga's pretty low impact. Although they do some pretty basic arm position stuff in yoga, and I can't even get anywhere close to it with my shoulder rotations. My shoulders are so seized up. It's pathetic. I gotta put 2 blocks under my arms to even get into some of the simple positions. But that's alright. That's alright. Alright. I've been talking long enough. I think I'll start my count. So I'll count 100. I counted 100 last time. Let's count to 110. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you guys can hear the crackling and popping. 7, coming from my knees. But I can hear it. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I don't go down super low on these, as you might be noticing. There's ways to, especially if you're just doing body weight, there's ways to bring your, you bring your butt like down below your knees. Forget what they call those, but my knees don't need that right now, not until I've lost some weight. So I'll go lower once I've lost some weight, but already if I go a little too low, I can really feel some twinging. 21. And this knee, so I'm not trying out. I'm going to almost parallel to the ground with my thighs parallel, or certainly my hamstrings. I don't know about my quads being parallel, probably not. Let's see. Nah, not my quads, maybe my hamstrings. That's fine. You only go as low as is comfortable for you, And then as you get more acclimated to it, slowly over time, you can go lower or add weight if that's your thing. But there's one thing between muscle fatigue, that kind of muscle pain, soreness. It's another thing to feel sharp little pains in your joints, Don't push through that pain. You can push through muscle fatigue. Don't push through sharp joint pain. That's not something you want. That's not the pain that leads to gain. That's the pain that leads to immobility, permanence. So, well, I think that's is that 32 or 42? I'll say 32. What the heck? Or I guess this hand's my other hand, so maybe that's 38. 34, 40, I can't count. All right, 41. Whew. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 3. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. I'm trying to touch my elbows to my knees, but you gotta keep that straight back. And for me, the way my back is when I drop a little bit lower, might not be good for weights or something. I feel like it's okay for just body weight. It's not too much strain on my lower back, but don't follow my form if you're doing weights or something. You probably need a better position or something. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh, I get to talking and I lose count. I think I'm at 60. Alright, here we go. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 76, 79. 80. Yeah, so far, even after however many squats I do in these videos, I haven't had any soreness in my legs or anything, so I guess that means my legs could handle a lot more. But like I said, I kind of get bored here doing all these. Once my weight's down, I'll start doing more difficult forms of squats until I can do true pistol squats, the one-legged squats, you know, until I can do those. But I'll wait till my knees are, not necessarily my muscles to catch up. I think I'm at 80. But I'm waiting, I don't care about the muscle strength catching up as much as giving the joints and the tendons time to acclimate and catch up. That's what I'm worried about. So, whew. Okay. Whew. All right. 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every now and again I see the little hints of abdominal muscles. 8, hiding under that belly. 9, 10. I'll be excited when those start popping out again. All right, 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one. I'll make that video as soon as I get some free time again.